Good morning, everybody. Today's Tuesday, June 2nd, and we are going to work on our text evidence skills to answer questions. So you have a test on Jose Born to Dance. So the next 3 days, you are going to work on comprehension questions for the story and then a study guide on the skills that will be found on the test. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to introduce to you the race strategy, the example of how to put your answer together to make sure you guys are answering properly. Not every question on today's comprehension questions require the race strategy, but I will go through them and let you know which ones need to be answered that way. All right, so we'll practice and review it together, and then you'll complete the assignment on the comprehension questions at the end. So make sure you turn it in. All right. So our goal is to apply learning to apply the race strategy to answering all comprehension questions, not just when told, right? So anytime there's a question for something, you guys should be using the race strategy to always answer. And it says, I can use text evidence to answer questions about Jose Born to Dance. All right, so I can use the race strategy to answer questions from Jose Born to Dance. And, when you're answering a question, you need to ask yourself, why did Jose work so hard to become a dancer? Why is it important to the author that they express that to you, that they show you that he worked so hard to become a dancer? All right, so here's your question. It says, how does Jose react when other students at his new school tease him? What does his reaction tell you about him? So let's think about this. It's a couple parts, right? It's a two-part question. This is the question we're going to use to practice. So the first thing I need to do is I need to restate. So it says, when the other students at his school teased him, he cried first, but then he quickly became determined to speak English properly, right? So first it says, why, what was his reaction? Well, he cried, right? And then it says, what does this reaction tell you about him? Well, that reaction led to showing that he was determined. So that's our restate. Then this reaction tells me that Jose was very determined to learn English. His reaction also tells me that he's a hard worker. So there's my answer. Now here's where I cite my evidence. As noted, or according to the article, however you want to say it, or in the story it states, as noted in Jose Born to Dance, Jose said, I will learn this language better than any of you. Okay, and here is my ending sentence. This proves that Jose was determined to learn how to speak English after his classmates teased him at school. And then what I did was I put it all together in a paragraph. So up here, it was separated into each section so you can see and understand how we're supposed to answer. And then here, it was just put into one big paragraph. Okay, so now you guys are going to answer these 3 questions. All right, let me escape out for just a second. For the first question, put the circle around the word that you want. The one that you think best describes Jose. So you can see it moves here. Determined, talented, mournful. All right. Then support your choice with 2 details. So now how you would do this is Jose is determined. In the story, it shows Jose is determined. In the story, it shows Jose is talented. In the story, it shows Jose is mournful. And then use that race strategy to answer. Then number 2, throughout his life, Jose learned the value of patience. Explain at least 2 parts of Jose's life in which he was forced to be patient. All right, so through his life, Jose learned to be patient by. Okay, that's how you would restate that. How does Jose feel about music? Jose feels that music is. That's how we would restate that. And then you would give the details that support it. Now, in the question, it shows you 2 details, 2 details, 3 details. Okay? Make sure you're putting enough details that it says in the question. All right, and that's your reading lesson for today. It's quick and simple. All right, so go back to the story. Make sure you're pulling out text evidence, direct information from the story. And if you need any help today, I will be at school. So I will not be available from 2 to 4. No, sorry, 12 to 4. Because I have to travel to the school to get there for 1 o'clock. And then I leave there about 2:30. So maybe around 3:30. All right, I'll be back available. So if you need me, just post a message on the board. I'll make sure to answer you as soon as I can. And that's it for today. So have a terrific Tuesday, guys.